All right, so let's go back to what we were looking at last week. So last week we looked at a knee cut, we looked at folding pass, basically getting ourselves into the headquarters and the different types of passes that we have. Today we're going to get to the same place, but we're going to look at a specific pass called the X Pass. So if he's just got his legs up in the air, I mean, there's lots of different ways we get to headquarters. Last week we looked at controlling right at the end of the levers, and then we take that one leg, we step in nice and deep with good pressure with our shin, and we sit nice and heavy on the foot. Good posture of the body, feet flat on the floor. We don't want to be like leaning too much into our partner because it's going to give him the ability to sweep. What we do want to do here is connect to our partner. So I'm going to go about halfway up the lapel, make the grip, and we're going to pull my partner's shoulders off the floor. So now if he tries to kick me away and create some space for himself, I'm able to stay attached. As long as his legs are open, the X Pass is available. Obviously, if he closes his legs up, we're going to have to make different options, like going across and into that folding pass that we looked at last week. Or if he crosses his legs, using our elbow, driving through into the knee cut, also that we looked at last week. So if the legs are open, the X Pass is always there. Let's just first of all, spend a couple of minutes looking at the mechanics. So we've got the grip on the gi, we're going to grip on the outside of the knee like this. When I feel like I'm ready to go, I'm going to shift my weight to the outside leg. The inside leg is going to do a big donkey kick back. So when we do that, we're lifting at the hip and the groin area here. We're not just like flicking the leg like this. It needs to be a proper kick back so he's not able to follow the leg too easily. Using the grip on the side of the trousers, we're going to punch across. Then a little bit like that drill that we just did, we're going to land, foot straight next to the hip, take that extra step out for balance, and we're going to land down into the knee on belly position. Initially, I like to just keep these grips so he's not able to turn away from me, and also so that he's not able to get this foot onto the floor and start power shrimping away from me as well. Just get control of the position, then we can go for what we want afterwards. So starting from the outside, control the end of the levers, step nice and deep in, hips heavy. Make the grip, shift the weight to the outside, so it enables us to lift the inside leg up, punch away just enough so the leg's not there anymore, foot places next to the hip, out for balance, and then drive and push in, pulling in with the leg, pulling up with the collar so we create that downward pressure. So let's start off with the basic mechanics, then I'll show you how I prefer or like to set up the X guard, okay? 1, 2, 3, let's do it. Good, all right, so that was just like the basic mechanics. Like many things in jiu-jitsu, the only way that we're gonna get some of it to work is if I try to fight him with something first. So, for example, maybe I'm trying to go for the knee cut down and he's really fighting to bring his legs back to the center. Or maybe I'm driving off here to go for the folding pass and he's trying to center his hips and bring his leg back together. That's the best time to be hitting this X Pass. It's not just when we're both comfortable and he's thinking about everything that's going on. If I just go for a hit, it's likely he's just going to be able to follow the leg and trap the leg as it goes up. So we're going to look for a pass first, and then we're going to try to hit that X Pass. So whether it's knee cut and he's driving his legs back to the center, or folding pass, either one. But when I'm going to go for this one this time, I'm going to take a little hop with this outside leg. Just like an inch or two off the floor. Number one, that's going to enable me to get my leg higher. But number two, it's going to enable me to get all of my weight through that leg to stuff it to the floor. Rather than me kicking back here and then using just my arm strength to push this across, when I take that little hop, it puts all my weight through the legs and just enables me to drive those legs a little easier off to the side. So let's say I'm going for the folding pass. I'm driving across here. He's trying to center up his hips. As he centers up his hips, that's when I'm going to go. So I'm going to lift this outside leg up, kick, and drive through. So I use my weight through the legs. The little jump that I've done has enabled me to get my leg just that little bit higher. And because I've set up with a pass first, maybe he's just not focused on catching my leg quite so much, but more defending the original pass. So this time, I'm into position, I'm going to start looking for the knee cut. As I go for the knee cut, he tries to drive himself back to the center. This outside leg, we just lift and punch through. So it's exactly the same movement we're just baiting first and then using it a little bit more dynamically to help with the weight and help with the height. So I drive, he centers up, through. Here, I drive, he centers up, and through. So I just want you to do it a little bit more dynamic this time. Go for one pass either side. Partner's gonna fight to get back, and then hit the X pass off of it, just with that little hop, so it adds that little bit of extra dimension to it. All right, 1, 2, 3, let's do it.